Hi guys, welcome to my niece TV Zealots. My partner in crime is Mary and my name is Denise. Mary, say hi.
Hi, I've got my nephew Moses and my niece Matilda with me today. What's up? What show are we going to talk about today?
The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor, that's right. Thank you guys, you can go play now.
No, we're not live. We're on YouTube.
Okay.
They're so cute.
That was great. They did really well.
They did. So, like the children have said, we're doing The Good Doctor. And we watched the next couple of episodes. We're going to do 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
I told Mary, I'm like, we need to give this show another try because I love it. I think it's great. But I also love medical drama. So with that being said,
Yeah, I think you were right. This show is really starting to come into its own. And the last couple episodes that I watched were really good. So it comes on Monday nights. So obviously on Monday we'll watch the new one. But I am really loving how they're integrating Sean's life with the hospital. Because the first episode, it was so disjointed. And I had said it before, now I'm going to eat my words. But I had said before I would either watch a story just about Dr. Sean Murphy or just about like hospital drama. But it's actually starting to work together. So, and of course, Bae.
I don't even know his name. I'm 4 episodes in and I'm still calling him Luke. I know it's terrible.
It don't matter what his name is. He will always be Luke in my heart. But he's still a jerk, but he's a magnificently beautiful jerk, and I will love him forever. I don't know what else to say. Anyway. So you want to talk about this latest episode?
Okay, yeah, why not? Like, that's what we're here for. So Sean has been, he's been tasked with all the scut work and, just waiting. I was looking at him like, oh my God, why is do they have him waiting on people to fart? Like, really? Like, this is what this skilled surgeon, like this brilliant mind has to do. And the the president of the hospital is like, what is this? Like, I'm gonna need you to do right. And he's like, chastising Luke Bay, but of course he's not listening.
Right.
And you know what? I actually love the relationship between Sean and what's her name? I don't forgot.
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
You know what? Look it up while we're talking.
Okay.
But anyway, the other doctor that's on the team, the female doctor that's on the team, like, she is really working hard at trying to understand his mind and how to communicate with him better. Yeah. And I feel like she's really going to be an advocate for him, and helping people understand his processing. I know he can't have like these emotional connections and human, the basic normal human interactions, but what he does with it.
Claire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't forget. I feel like I knew it, but then when I started talking about her, my mind blanked.
You're good. I got you.
But I really, really love their connection. And the other guy, I forgot his name too. He's my least favorite. I'll say that.
The Black British guy?
Yeah.
Jared.
Okay. So he's my least favorite because I feel like he feels entitled to her affections. And she's like, look, when he
and he's wishy-washy.
What?
And he's wishy-washy. Like, you don't know whose side he's gonna be on.
True. So they were trying to save this woman. Basically, that he walked in the room. He's like, "Oh, she has a tumor."
Oh yeah, that's right.
was just like out of the blue, like she got a tumor, and everybody's like, okay, like, like shut up, like we should.
Like, oh, that could be fatal. She's like, am I gonna die? He's like, probably, and I'm like, it's amazing.
It really was. And so, I mean, I love the aspect where he has no filter and he doesn't have any. It's like, anyway. So Claire is trying to explain it to him. Like, I feel like she just tries really hard. And so he's like, oh, why? Why shouldn't we just tell them the truth? Like, she's like, she doesn't need to be afraid. And so Claire is trying to convince her to get the surgery or whatever. And so she kind of, basically undersells the risks of the surgery. And so Jared, he's like, oh, you lied to that woman. This is later in the episode. He's like, you told her a pity lie because you care for her. But for the life of me, I can't get you to care about me. And I'm just like, womp, 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 violins. Like,
yeah, I was not feeling that at all. I was like, this woman is on a table, life on the line. Y'all gonna have to take her kidney out to get the tumor out. Like, they should have woken her up and got her consent. Like, I agree with Claire still. But the fact that it worked, we can all just celebrate that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he was all like, until you go in there and you tell her that you were just going to let her die. And I'm like, he's like, and you won't even sleep with me? And I was like, boy, you don't go somewhere. Ooh. I love the drama. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I live for in medical dramas. The drama. I mean, I like the cases too. Don't get me wrong, the cases are interesting and everything, but it's like that side drama it's just gold.
Yes. Now that's what I do like about it. They are trying to integrate, every episode is a different case, obviously. It's going to be like House, but they're still trying to weave the long arc in with the little episodic moments. Like this latest episode when they're trying to get a liver to the hospital. They only have 8 hours to do it, so they're like, set the timer, we gotta go. So Sean and Claire are going, but then there's the drama at the hospital with a guy who's getting a liver. Turns out he had a drink. That's against the hospital rules. You can't have any alcohol in your system if you're going to get a liver. And then there's, the old white entitled rich guy that when he dies, he may or may not put the hospital in his will. So they need to kiss his butt. So that's a lot of extra drama. I like that kind of politicizing stuff. But I really like the way that they are flowing, like putting these episodes together. It's so good. It's so good. I don't want to spoil it if people haven't watched the latest episode because I know Hulu does the week after. So I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's not spoil the ending. But what I will say is I love how all of these, how Sean is interpreted as incompetent.
Right.
As not worthy of being there, but he is the one with all of these ideas. Like, he is saving all the lives.
Yes.
While they sitting around guessing and testing and using people as guinea pigs. Like, he is coming up with the real answers.
Yeah.
And like with that little girl, they had sent her home to die. Like, I feel like that's going to be a running theme. Like how misdiagnosis and just how that is the leading cause of death and in the country. I'll just say in the country. Like, you will be misdiagnosed a couple of times before they get the real answer. Yeah. And like Sean is over here really trying to do doctor work. And they're like, no, you can't order these tests. You can't do this. You can't do that. That's unnecessary. And he's like, wait a minute. How is it unnecessary to make sure this person that you're sending home is actually healthy? Yeah. And I totally agree with that.
Yeah. A lot of that, that happens in the hood though. And so I feel like they are tackling some real life issues. There's someone that I knew that I believe they had dislocated their shoulder, and the first doctor gave him some Tylenol with codeine because they thought, oh, well, maybe he needs drugs or something. He's pretending to be hurt. They didn't even check him. They just gave him pain medicine and sent him away. He came back and another doctor saw him who actually cared and said, his shoulder is dislocated. And they're like, oh, what a great find. And I'm just like, if you would just look at people like they're people, maybe it does take someone who doesn't have those social norms put in their head. They don't get those social cues. Everyone is the same to them, It takes someone with a mind like that to see every individual. And I think that's kind of being a lesson of this show. And I am living for it. It was so good.
I mean, it's not even, it happens for real. Like,
oh yeah.
One time, my mom she was sick. So for like a week. And she didn't go to the doctor. So at this point, you got to go to emergency because you don't waited too long to schedule an appointment. And like her blood pressure was like through the roof.
Oh.
And they're like, Mommy, what did you take? Blah, 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 blah. Like, you obviously have to be a drug addict immediately. Oh. And so she's like, nothing. I didn't take anything. And then so, they get it down. It's like, oh, it's coming down, blah, 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 blah. They test her and find out what's wrong with her. But like immediately, that's what they assume. As soon as you walk in, oh, you got to be on drugs because you come into, emergency. Obviously, you're looking for something.
Yep. Isn't that something? But see, it's shows like The Good Doctor. You have to give it another chance, and you realize kind of woke, a little bit woke there. So, all right.
Okay, guys, we're gonna keep watching The Good Doctor because, like, it's really good. So, can you tell we kind of love it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until Monday for The Good Doctor. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.